1.17. No, 18, Mataji.
18, yeah, that's right. Okay. I am broadcasting right now on Facebook, even as devotees are joining us here. This is fantastic. And let's go here. So we have Varshana, Suruchi, and Satapa Mataji joined us here today. We'll begin shortly after the short prayer to the special master. Om Ajnana-timarandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Welcome to Bhagavad-gita recitation this Sunday morning. Thank you so much for bearing with your sleep and starting this early, which is very good. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here momentarily, and we'll get going with the verse for today, which is, as Varshana Mataji said, 1.18. And so we have Varshana Mataji, we have Suruchi Mataji, and we have Sutapa Mataji. Did I miss anybody else joined us in between? Doesn't look like. Okay. So let's go to the verse number 18, which is actually, there were 3 verses altogether, but we had broken them down into pieces. And today we're going to do the last one, which is the 18th verse of Bhagavad-gita, chapter number 1. And here it goes. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. Okay, and the synonyms coming up here are Ananta Vijayam, the conch shell named Ananta Vijaya. Raja, the king. Kunti Putra, the son of Kunti. Yudhishthiraha, Yudhishthir. Nakulaha, Nakul. Sahadeva, Sahadev. Cha, and Sughosha, Mani Pushpakau. The conches named Sughosha and Mani Pushpaka. Kashyaha, the king of Kashi, Varanasi. Cha, and Param-ishu Asaha, the great archer. Shikhandi, Cha, also Maharathaha, one who can fight alone against thousands. Drishtadyumnaha, Drishtadyum, the son of King Drupada. Virataha, Virat, the prince who gave shelter to the Pandavas while they were in disguise. Cha, also Satyakihi, Satyaki, the same as Yuyudhan, the charioteer of Lord Krishna. Cha, and Aparajitaha, who had never been vanquished. So this is all that we had done all up till now, right? And so today, Drupado draupadeyāś. So here, Drupadaha, that is Drupad, the king of Panchal. Draupadeyah, the sons of Draupadi. Cha, also. Sarvaśaḥ, all. Pṛthivī-pate, O king. Saubhadraha, Abhimanyu, the son of Subhadra. Cha, also. mahā-bāhuḥ, mighty armed. śaṅkhān, conch shells. Dadhmuḥ, blew. Pṛthak, each separately. So today they are talking about some more of the conch shell blowing here. And so we know Drupadaha. Who is Drupad? Drupada? Who is Drupad?
King of Panchal.
King of Panchal. Right? Okay. And then what are, that is Drupad. Draupadeyāh. What draupadeyāś?
Sons of Draupadi.
The sons of Draupadi. How many did he have?
5.
5.
5 sons. Okay. And who killed them?
Ashwasthama.
Yes. All right. So now it says cha also, sarvaśaḥ all, and it says pṛthivī-pate. So who is this pṛthivī-pate?
King.
Which king?
Arjuna. No, Yudhishthira. Mataji. I'm just telling the story to Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra, right? So pṛthivī-pate, he's talking to him, he's talking to Dhritarashtra. Okay. Good. So we need to keep our bearings, right? And go along with the story. Pṛthivī-pate, and then saubhadraś, which is the son of Subhadra. Who is that? Abhimanyu. Okay. And then mahā-bāhuḥ, śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ, pṛthak. So what are they doing? They all have their own conch shells separately. They blew different conch shells here. Okay. All right. So we will get going with the pronunciation here, and I know that more joined us here. So we have Priya, we have Aruni Mataji, and then I saw one more name here, Meera. And, right? Meera, have I got everybody here? Okay, looks like it's 6, and we have 6 here. Okay, so, and today is 6/19. Today is there something special about today? Is it like Father's Day or something?
Yes, Mataji.
Father's Day. Father's Day.
Father's Day, is it Juneteenth? Was that yesterday or today?
Juneteenth is tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Well, at least where I work, yes, they have got a, they are saying Juneteenth is 20th of June.
Yes, Juneteenth is showing like tomorrow, Monday.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Father's Day is on a Sunday. Okay. All right. So, drupado. So, who's the father of everybody?
Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. So, on that happy note, let's read from the Bhagavad-gita, Song of Krishna. Drupado, draupadeyāś, sarvaśaḥ, pṛthivī. Right? Pṛthivī. There's a accent here. Pṛthivī-pate, saubhadraś, mahā-bāhuḥ, śaṅkhān. So there's a nasal there. śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ, pṛthak. Right? So there's this pri and not pra. This is pri. There's a r with a dot, so it becomes a ri. Pri here also, pri here also, pri here also, right? So pri. Okay. And there is some sha in here. So yash, shaha here. Saubhadraś. Okay. So keep these in mind. Shang. There's another sha over here, right? So every line has a sha. There's a sha here, there's a sha here, there's a sha here, there's a sha here, right? And then there is a sa also. Just plain simple sa is here, second line, sar. And this is so. So sarvaśaḥ. This could be a tongue twister. Sarvaśaḥ, pṛthivī-pate, śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ. So there's a H with a dot also. So hu here. mahā-bāhuḥ, right? mahā-bāhuḥ, śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ. And this is a simple D and this is a DH. So we have to Remember, it is not dad, it is dad, right? So remember to watch the tongue there. Dadhmuḥ, pṛthak, pṛthak. Okay, so now translation says Drupad, the sons Drupada, the sons of Draupadi, and others, O king, such as the mighty armed sons of Subhadra, all blew their respective conch shells. śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ, pṛthak, pṛthak. Okay, so now let's get going with the practice here, starting with Varshana Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak pṛthak.
Very nice. Suchi?
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak pṛthak.
Very nice. Sitapa?
Yes. Mataji, can you just make it a little bigger, just next? Yes, thank you. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak pṛthak.
Okay, good. So you have to emphasize on the difference between A and A
Bar.
with a bar, right?
Yeah.
Give it your full
Draupa.
draupa. So this is draupa.
Okay.
De yash and not yash.
Mhm.
Yash, right? And so sarva, it is not va. Sarva, this is a simple A, right? Pa, this is simple P. Ma, simple A here, simple A here. Ha, ba, right? So open wide the mouth. Aha, right? And khan, not śaṅkhān. śaṅkhān, like that. Say śaṅkhān.
śaṅkhān.
Khan, yeah. Give it. Don't hesitate. Give it your full. There. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
All right. Good. Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak pṛthak.
So focus on the H here. So pṛthak.
Tak. Okay.
Yeah, thak. There's a difference between tak and thak.
Tak. Okay. Okay.
Similarly, bha and ba.
Okay.
Right? Like that. And then yeah, just focus on the H now. I was focusing more on that for you this time. And we'll see next year. So keep that in mind. And then after Priya comes Aruni Mataji.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak pṛthak.
Yeah, nice. Dad versus dad. So keep that in mind. The first one is a simple da, not the for dhanush, but da for davat or Dekhna, dekh, Dilli, like that. Okay. All right. Now let's see who's coming up next. Good. Meera Mataji.
Drupado, draupadeyāś, sarvaśaḥ, pṛthivī-pate, saubhadraś, saubhadraś, mahā-bāhuḥ, śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ, pṛthak.
Very nice. Okay. Let's go back to Varsha Mataji.
drupado, draupadeyāś, sarvaśaḥ, pṛthivī-pate, saubhadraś, mahā-bāhuḥ, śaṅkhān, dadhmuḥ, pṛthak.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Mataji, one thing came to my mind, Mataji. When we write Prithvi in Hindi otherwise, so niche ra,
Niche not ra. It is not niche ra. It is niche re.
Re.
It is
Re.
re. So
Re.
there's a difference between ra. See, this is a ra.
No. Yes, Mataji.
You see, this is a ra
Re.
and this is a re. Yeah.
Correct, Mataji. Re. Then we only write tha, not a e. You see, the first one. We don't write that e, no, Mataji. It is only in Sanskrit. In Hindi, we don't write.
I don't understand. Say your question again.
Mataji, when we write Prithvi,
Right. Yeah.
pa, ri, tha, vi, va, e, Prithvi. We don't write tha, e. Tha ko e, we don't write. How is this here, Mataji? It is Sanskrit, because of Sanskrit, or in Hindi we don't write. Mataji.
Hindi, what do you write?
We don't put e to tha.
So
To
don't
va,
pronounce.
we
Yes.
don't.
Yeah. So that because we pronounce it all wrong, even in Hindi.
But
Right?
Mataji,
If
it
you
is
write
written.
Pṛthivī,
Mataji, all along.
yeah, it's
We have been
yeah,
writing.
that is fine all along. Well, 2 years ago, you used to say Prithvi, actually. You remember that?
Prithvi. No, Prithvi, we write Prithvi.
No, you change it
Yes.
to, you remember Parkati.
Prithvi.
So this is, yeah, even in Hindi, so these sanskaras, right? I remember it was pṛthak or one of this and I had, we spent some time and then we finally came here to Prithvi, right? And if it is Prithvi, it will be Pṛthivī, right? I don't know. Let me see if Google can help us, what is earth in Hindi. It might help us. It might come back. Dharti. Oh. What is Prithivī? Let me see here. Did you say Prithvi? Yes, I mean Prithvi, right? In Devanagari. Maybe it will help us here. It doesn't show. Yeah, see here. See Prithvi. Also Prithivī. So when this is Prithvi, let us make it big first, right? Yeah.
So Mataji, we write the first one.
Prithvi.
Yeah,
Prithvi. And also some Prithivī, right? So, and it is, so you will pronounce, as you see, so the beauty with Sanskrit and Hindi both is that you will pronounce as you see, right? Not as other languages where this is silent, that is silent, and those kind of things, right?
Right.
So, Mataji, this Pṛthivī, it's a Bengali word. Means it's written.
Yeah, so all Hindi, Bengali, and all that actually originated from Sanskrit, right?
Yes.
Sanskrit.
So they are variations of this, yeah.
I think in Tamil also we say Pṛthivī.
There you go. South Indian languages have written a lot more Sanskrit in them than the
Sanskrit.
other languages. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
That clears that up. All right. It is, you know, what happens is with the language is that you pick up the language from around you.
Oh,
And
that also happens.
That happens, right? So it could happen that you start with, you know, proper, and then you go and you get transferred into a place where everybody is speaking it in a different way, and then from hearing. So hearing is very powerful. So you see, whatever goes from the ear goes into the heart, they say, right? That's why when you're chanting your Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, they say that you hear what you're chanting. And so ear is a very powerful sense organ. And so you gather from there. And so yesterday we were saying, talking about that, Varshana Matiji, that we were talking about sense organs being very powerful and they gather the information, right? But then on top of that, you also need the knowledge. So as long as the heart, the ear is gathering the information from outside, how people are speaking it. But if you have the knowledge that they are speaking it wrong, then, you know, that's where the difference comes. And then you apply your intelligence and you realize that what am I going to use? And the intelligence could be used in either ways. So sometimes, like, you know, if you're teaching somebody a language, then, and if they're speaking wrong, then it's your duty as a teacher to tell them the right one, right? But if you are going and presenting something, like, you know, you're a businessman, you're presenting some proposal to your customers, you will try to use the language that they use to make your, you know, point across. So that is where the intelligence comes in, right?
Yeah.
That what should I use, what words should I choose, and, you know, what language I should use, and, you know, should I go with the flow or should I maintain my distance and hold to my ground? So intelligence. So you see, lowest are the sense organs, above the sense is the mind, above the mind is the intelligence. That's what Bhagavad-gita says, right? And so you apply that in your life.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And now I forgot who's going to go next.
It's me, Mataji.
All righty, go.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān
śaṅkhān
dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Okay, very good.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Very good. Okay. Priya?
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś saubhadraś
Yeah.
mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Pṛthak. Right. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's good, Nimati.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Yeah. Saubha. This is B-H-A, bha. Saubhadraś. Okay, good. Meera?
Drupado draupadeyāś ca sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś ca mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Right? Yeah. Saubhadraś. Okay. I think we have done enough of the one. We can move to the bigger size here. Okay. Let's see. Starting with
Yes,
Vaishnavi
Mother.
Mataji. Just give me a second here. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Vaishnavi.
Yes, Mother. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Right. Saubhadraś. Saubhadrascha mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. Very nice. Okay. Let's go to Suraji.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. Okay. Then Sutapa.
drupado draupadeyāścha sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraścha mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Okay. Give me the last line again.
śaṅkhān.
Yeah.
Dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Pṛthak. Right? And this is saubhadraś. So, and not show, right? Saubhadraś cha mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. Okay. All right. So let's go now. Good to Priya Mataji.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Very nice. Okay. Pṛthak. All right. Now let's see. Who's coming up next?
I think Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Very nice. Meera?
Drupado, I'll start again. Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś cha mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Yes, very nice. Okay. You all want to go for one more round?
Yes, Mother.
Okay.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Saubhadraś. Very nice. Okay. Suruchi.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak. All right. Good. Sutapa.
Drupado draupadeyāścha sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraścha mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Okay. Sing the last line again.
śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Yeah, sing it.
Oh, śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak pṛthak muḥ
Yes.
pṛthak.
Yeah, śaṅkhān. Right, very good. Okay, Priya?
drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Yes. Saubhadraś. So it's not
Saubhadraś.
saubhadrash. It's not drash, it's saubhadrash. The emphasis is here. Next word, śaṅkhān. Okay. All right, Aruni.
drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Pṛthak, pṛthivī-pate. Okay, Meera.
Drupado draupadeyāś sarvaśaḥ pṛthivī-pate saubhadraś mahā-bāhuḥ śaṅkhān dadhmuḥ pṛthak.
Pṛthak. Okay, very nice. So how do you all feel about today's verse?
Nice, Mataji.
Yeah, good, Mataji.
It was
A
nice.
little harder today.
It was a little harder for you?
Yeah,
And what was hard?
just saying everything together.
Together? Maybe,
Yeah, tongue
You
twisters.
try, yeah. Try it out. Practice, yeah. See, here's the thing, like you spend about half an hour here in the morning practicing, listening to others practice, and then, focusing, analyzing. And then if you do a little practice the same day, then the things are going to be retained in your mind for a longer time. Because whatever you hear deteriorates very fast in our memory, unless it gets boosted every now and then, right? And if you boost it the same day, then it stays for a little longer. Okay, but as you can see, that the first chapter of Bhagavad-gita gives you so much. You remember we were thinking about, let's do that chapter, let's do this chapter, and I was saying, no, let's do chapter number 1, because this gives you a lot of the flavor and the various nuances of pronunciation are there.
I think it was quite nice today. Like there's a nice rhythm today,
There's a nice rhythm, right? Yeah, I was noticing that all of you were enjoying singing it.
Yeah,
And that's what it is.
Very soothing, Mataji. Today's
That's soothing.
the vibrations were soothing.
Very nice.
In fact, it was like the sound of, like the conch shell, it goes with the music. It's like that, like the music.
Right.
Very nice. Yeah. Isn't it a nice way to live life, right? With these Sanskrit verses.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. I mean, all that Sanskrit, although it's difficult and, sometimes we struggle in pronunciation, all that, but still, because it's Krishna Katha, so still we enjoy.
Yes.
Still we enjoy it, right? I mean, if you take filmy songs and all that, after some time, they are on the chart busters or whatever is the term there for a few weeks, or maybe maximum 25, 52 weeks, and then they are down and nobody remembers like that, right? But these Sanskrit verses, that every time you recite them, they are so, tasty.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a tasty way to start the day with Sanskrit pronunciation. So it's worth the effort, like, getting up this early in the morning and doing it.
Exactly,
Yes,
Mataji.
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 We are very
Thank you so
lucky
much.
to. I was just remembering the days, Mataji, when I came to US and met you and all those days, and then getting into it, and how God, made arrangements, Mataji, so close to the house temple.
Yeah, Krishna makes those arrangements, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll make those arrangements for as much as time that you need, and then those arrangements will go away. Yeah, so
Mataji, are we still on Facebook?
we are still on Facebook. Yeah, we can take
Yes,
permission
Mataji.
of the people who are watching us on Facebook here. And for those who are regulars, I know that you should also, I was just going to say that you should also practice these verses. And I'm pretty sure that you do that, Achita Radhe and Vidyavadhu Mataji. So yeah, there's no way from Facebook I can bring the Facebook sometimes says bring them on camera, but I don't know what that means from Zoom to Facebook. But yeah, so I'll take leave of you, those of you on Facebook. Vanchikalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavnebhyo